Yes, guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to Football Inc. The day after, the night before, we've got through the Champions League games. I don't know why my screen is so unbelievably dark. 1 second. But now it's too bright, it's blinding. Guys, how are you? I hope you're all happy and healthy doing the things that you love, with those you love to do. But I'm back with Jonny H3232. And we have a lot of games to go through. Obviously, Tottenham, PSG, resilient effort, a lot of desire, a lot of fight, maybe some defensive errors that cost us against one of the best teams in European football. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Liverpool's complete capitulation once again. Liverpool fans don't know whether to be... I mean, it's unusual for Liverpool fans to have considerations and conversations around their manager leaving, someone out, this out, that out. FSG was the last time we heard the out word at Liverpool, and that was quite a while ago until they turned it round. So Liverpool fans in uncharted territory. Obviously, we also have the unfortunate side of North London that are looking very, very good. If you are if you're a Tottenham fan, it's unfortunate. If you're an Arsenal fan watching this, you're absolutely loving life right now. Absolutely dispatched Bayern Munich very comfortably in their game as well. We've got all the others to go through as well. So please do like the video, as you always do. We really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Notification bell buttons, they should be squeezed, and comments should be dropped. Lastly, before I come and find out how Jonny, wearing his new beanie, is feeling and how he's doing, last bit of request, guys, is if you are able to and you're interested in the podcast versions of content, then you can watch us on Spotify and you can listen to us on Apple Pods and Amazon and all that jazz. Please search for Football Inc. or just go into the description and you'll find the links, and give us a 5-star rating if you can. And a follow. Jonny, how are you, my man? Good to see you.
I'm all good. Hi to everyone in the chat. How to everyone who's out walking with the wife and listening to this, or walking the dog. Welcome. To those of you who have nipped into the chat, just to sort of remind me that I'm a Thomas Frank fan or a Richie fan. Welcome. I welcome it all. If you put your head above the parapet, like Sean and I do, you have to take some of the crap that's thrown at us. But hey ho, it was.
I learned that lesson, Jonny. I was talking about you quite a lot during the game yesterday, mate. I was saying, listen, Johnny's might become. If we win the game, Jonny might be back on at half time. If we're winning, he might be on. He'll definitely be on at full time if we've won. And then, as soon as the half time whistle went, dunk, up comes that noise. Johnny's in. Come on, we're doing it okay. And I was like, Jonny, we're only halfway through the battle, and ultimately, we lost it in the end.
I came back.
You did.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. And look, I'm looking for progression. I know a lot of people out there are going to say, is there something wrong with you? We've conceded 9 goals in 2 games. This is the professor. This is Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Frank engine that you spoke about. Should we be conceding 9 goals? No. But let's be honest. We are a team that finished 17th in England against the team that's the best in England and potentially the best in Europe right now, and against the team that's the European champions and probably in the top 3 in the world right now. But I think the 5-3 flattered them. I don't think it was a 5-3 game. I think we gave a good account of ourselves. And 3...
I think it was a great game of football.
Yeah, 3 Spursy moments. 2 terrible defensive mistakes. I don't think that was Thomas Frank. As far as I know, he wasn't on the pitch for that. And, the moment, I don't personally think that is a penalty. I'm not quite sure what Romero is meant to do. You try sliding in, okay? What you're meant to do, put your arms behind your back and break your arm. I mean, he slid in. If you're coming in like this and it's hitting your arm, what are you meant to do like this?
It's the rule, isn't it? The rule's stupid, but the rule is the rule. So, the referee's bound by the laws of the game, and the law is a little bit stupid on that one. Listen, we can argue about whether it's the correct rule. I don't think we'd all agree it's a stupid rule. But then if you change the rule and take it back to intention, then there's going to be a hell of a lot of subjectivity and more arguments around. I think you could make the argument that his hand, it wasn't like, it might have been in a natural position, but it also, if you allow players to be able to slide in with that,
Yeah.
If you allow players to slide in with their hands up, claiming that it's in a natural position, that can also be finessed by clever players as well. So it's not a perfect science. Unfortunately, the rule is what it is. I think it was a penalty by the laws of the game. It's just I think the law is a little bit stupid, but it is what it is, mate.
I mean, listen, they were individual errors against a very, very, very talented team. They have players in that team that can turn a game on a sixpence out of nothing. And to all those people that were going on about they should have closed them down for the first one, it was ridiculous, it was terrible. Go and look how he receives that ball. The ball's come across his body and he's hit it in a one. There is no time for anything, right?
Actually got
the actual class to actually
that's the first one.
Yeah, but he's hit that, Sean. The ball's just cut. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. The ball's come across his body and it's gone. The power.
Right. You see the three Tottenham players there, right? So Romero's the most advanced of the three. He was actually next to the Paris player that's behind the three in 2 frames earlier. So Romero has progressed further. He's covered enough ground. As soon as that ball's been passed across from Jantanu or whoever it was, the guy, the geezer down on the bottom left there, he's covered that ground. If Richarlison or Jed Spence, who are the other two, decide to cover that ground as quickly as Romero does, they get a hell of a lot quicker. I'm not blaming Romero for that one, but I'm just saying that Romero did cover about 4 yards. And so before it was hit,
I'm just saying to you,
Jed Spence could have closed him down. Not saying he would have stopped it, but could have done better.
I'm telling you. I speaking to a football person today and reading neutral reports, right? Neutral, nothing to do with Spurs, completely neutral, right? Both of them.
Still just an opinion, though, isn't it? It doesn't matter.
No. It's an opinion. But what I'm saying is, every single one of them said that the strike was absolutely superb. The strike was superb, and there was nothing.
That's undeniable. The strike was superb, and I'm not even saying that Richarlison or Jed Spence would have necessarily got there in time. I'm just saying though, look, there's 5 other examples of this I've got here. That's the foul on. I'll come back to that one in a second, right?
Yeah, but I would say to you that the second one.
This one here is the one that spun. This was the first shot from in the 4th minute, and it just whizzed wide from Vitinha. Okay, another gaping hole between the line and the.
How many people, in fairness, Sean, how many people score from that position? Right, seriously, how many people?
He takes it about 2 yards further up before.
I know, but how many people in world football, right? Do you know who have a shot like that, like he does, right? Not many.
Okay, here's another example, right? So this is just come from the right hand side. This was the one that was. This wasn't a goal either. This one was the one that fizzed to the right of the post. Look at that gap. This Vitinha again picking the ball up. All I'm saying is, mate, is that 3 or 4 times last night that same thing, that template re-emerged. And it's exactly the same template that Eze used for a hat trick 4 days earlier, and it's exactly the same thing that happened with Lee Kang-in back in August, and it's happened 2 other times before. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying that every one of them can be shut down. I'm just saying that we need to be more aware of leaving the trap in the D available, and that is. Did you
see Eze last night? Did you see Eze last night? I mean, you could say the same against Bayern Munich, right? You could say the same against Bayern Munich. The thing is, there are certain players that have a sweet spot that can hit a ball instantly within a second of the ball coming to them, right? They're not having one. Look, had he had 1 or 2 touches, right, I don't disagree with you whatsoever. That ball should have been closed down. What I'm saying is that ball was hit. To come across your body and hit it like that takes exceptional skill. And the second one where he bent it round Bentancur, maybe the question could be asked on the second goal, whether Bentancur could have, because it went up his chest. He bent it round his chest.
Yeah, I've got the picture of it here somewhere. One of these. Oh, this is it. This is the one here where he's hit it. That's Vitinha where he's hit it, and you're right. Bentancur there. So you've got Richarlison and Jed Spence again that are slightly off of him, and then Van der Ven's behind Jed Spence, and then you've got Bentancur, and I think that's Romero.
Jed Spence had followed him across from the right hand side, right across the pitch, but then it's been picked up by I can't remember who it was. Was it
Vitinho hits the ball, right? And I think you can see one of them there is Benton. I think it's Bentancur there who sort of turns his back and it bends in top bins.
He pulls it away just in case it deflects it. But look, I'm not taking anything away from it, because for me, as a football fan, those were two superb strikes.
Of course, yeah.
I've got absolutely questions to be asked about the other two slapdash.
Yeah, so this one here is a joke, right? You've got 3 players there around that ball.
Pape Sarr should have done.
Richarlison again, by the way, and again, not critical. I think Richarlison played really well, but defensively there, he's been involved in all 3 of those goals in terms of positional sense. And Romero, all 3 of those players, and Pacho, a centre back, pounces first. Question marks though, mate. Got to ask the question.
Hang on a second, right? Pape Sarr is far more culpable in that than Richarlison.
No, I'm just saying that all 3 of the ball has fallen. It's fallen in between Pape. You're right. Pape Sarr was the closest to it, but Richie, Pape Sarr, and Romero are all there. Look where Pacho is. He's behind Romero.
He was right by him. He just let him come in from behind it. It was
100%. So any one of those 3 should have been clearing that ahead of a centre back who reacted first. But my other question is, isn't Vitinha offside and blocking the view? Just out of curiosity, isn't there a question mark there around obstruction?
Well, we saw with the Arsenal goal, which I still can't get my head round, to be truthful. How was that not off? How was that not blocking the goalkeeper and offside against Arsenal, where we had a whole stream of players?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think these things are checked. I also think this one wasn't checked properly. Like, I had to go back and really dig in to get this clip, right? Because they showed the replay of the goal. This is the one where Romero suicide passed it to Pape Sarr. Pape Sarr's facing us in this clip, right? Look where his feet are, and look. How is that? The next clip of that. It's a foul, isn't it, mate? And they didn't even check it.
It's all day long. So listen. So I said it was a foul at the time, and all I get told is it's not a foul. How is it not a foul? He's protecting the ball. His body is in front of the ball. His legs are in front of the ball. He comes from behind, and he's gone down, and he loses the ball. And from that, we score. And there was no VAR. I didn't see any. There was no replay. Did you see a replay?
No. Every time they showed the replay, they showed it, but they didn't actually show the tackle itself. They just went straight to the goal.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying on the screen. I was like, "Well, can we have a look at that fucking tackle, please? Can we have a look at the tackle? Because it looks like he's clattered into him."
No, listen. I don't think it's offside, but I think the defending was poor. Especially the one where he's just nipped in and he's gone to sleep. But I thought the other one was a foul, and it's a card. It's a card. The guy on the right, who's that on the right? Just trying to 14, see that.
You're saying Archie Gray is playing on Vitinha? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I think so, because look, his right foot is ahead.
Yeah, fair enough.
Probably. But listen, look, I don't know what the fan base want. They wanted progression. Most people said we were going to get absolutely hammered. Most people were up in arms at Thomas the Clueless Engine about team selection. Yet, what we saw was a midfield with legs. We saw a midfield that got about them, that pressed well. I don't think we pressed that well for many games, Sean. Whether or not
Pape Sarr in the more advanced role was really good in the first half. It was a wonderful first half, mate. It was a wonderful first half. And then like I was saying on my stream this morning, you have the people that will only look at the positives, that probably have some sort of not agenda, but some sort of encampment in the let's defend Thomas Frank thing. And then the other people that want to see the negatives. I hear people saying, it wasn't that Tottenham were great. It was that PSG was shit. No. And I'm like, well, I think that PSG weren't at it in the first half like they could be. But why is that? Is it because we made them play badly? We caught them off guard. We caught them surprised. Is it because they knew that we were pressing and they let us kind of wear ourselves out? Who knows? But at the end of the day, we were the better team in the first half, but the second half, they were much better.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think I've been balanced. I thought we had a great first half. There was lots of positives, but there was 3 Spursy moments, which you can't have. You can't be conceding 5 goals. But, I don't know what they want. I think if we had won, to the people who don't want him there, I think had we won, we just beat the worst PSG team in 2 years. That is probably what the narrative would be. My narrative is you asked for a better performance. You got a better performance. We still lost. So therefore, I'm not going to hail another victory, a loss. I'm not going to hail the fact that we've, conceded 9 goals in 2 games. It has to be sorted out. Obviously, you can't, that can't carry on. But at the same time, I'd
rather see games of football like that though than the alternative.
Well, you would, but I would, but it won't matter. It won't.
If you play with that work rate and that desire against a Brighton, Brentford, a Fulham, you're going to win those games. Yeah. We were beaten by some world-class finishing from Vitinha and a couple of sloppy mistakes, but the overall approach to the game was high intensity, good desire, good press, and some nice little moments in there. Bergvall and Archie Gray showing some good partnerships. Kolo and Richarlison seem to work nice together. Bring back the old 4-4-2. Didn't mind it. Didn't mind it at all. And Kolo Muani, mate. Quick word for Kolo Muani, because I've only got an hour and 5 minutes today, Johnny. So I've got lots of games to go through. But Kolo Muani, great to see him get off and running.
My guy, designed to win, Lou. Toxicity in the fan base is the loudest voice. I think you're absolutely right. Toxicity wins supreme, no matter what happens. There are certain elements of the fan base that misery loves misery, or misery loves company. And, another loss is another loss. And there were people that be relishing in it. Angus, Johnny, what happened to world-class Romero? Well, last night he wasn't world-class, was he? He wasn't good. But I would rather have him than not have him. I'll leave that with you. Listen, we could be Liverpool, right?
Yeah, let's move on to Liverpool. What's happened there? That Liverpool
imagine if Spurs had spent 450 million, all right, and we'd lost 9 out of the last 12 games.
I think there's too much change. And by the way, mate, like I know we've been saying this, Konate clearly has got his head somewhere else, right? Well, but is Konate playing himself out of a move to Real Madrid with these performances this season?
100%. But
he's absolutely toilet, mate.
Jamie Carragher was absolutely losing it, and there's nothing better than I like seeing than Jamie Carragher losing it, because he's giving it the big one. Konate, listen, I said at the beginning of the season, Konate's head somewhere else. Virgil van Dijk's best days have passed him by. Salah was playing for a contract. I'm sorry. They need to get rid of Salah. Let him go January or wherever.
Mate. At one moment, he got walked past, right? He tried to put his foot in, and the left back of Liverpool, the left back of PSV just drifted past him, and he just gave up.
He gave up. Listen, big up to PSV, right? Because they played very well. Perisic, who we highlighted early doors, scored a penalty. But look, they thoroughly deserved the win. And I don't know what to do. Is it the Jota effect? But you let him go. You sell Salah, use the money to buy Semenyo. Semenyo's going to go to Liverpool. I can't see him going anywhere else.
Yeah.
You get rid of...
In January, though.
Yeah, I think in January. I think let Salah go to Saudi or wherever he wants to go.
In January as well?
Well, listen, it's the ideal opportunity now, because there'll be uproar for Slot or anyone at Liverpool if they drop Salah. The fact that he's going off to Africa for 6 weeks is perfect timing. Let's see how they operate without. But as we highlighted many, many times, before the season kicked off, Liverpool will pay the price for not investing in their defence. Leone, great, 18 years old, done his ACL. Konate, not good enough. Head elsewhere. Virgil van Dijk on the way out. And Joe Gomez, not good enough. Therefore, they're susceptible, and they're even worse than I thought they would ever be. And, Spurs could be Man United. Spurs could be Liverpool. Listen, Man City lost at home, right, to Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool lost 4-1 at home to PSV. Okay, so for fans to be in uproar that we lost 5-3 away at PSG, we need to get some perspective, because there's lots of clubs out there that are going through testing times. Will Liverpool, who have never sacked a manager halfway through a season that I can remember, get rid of Arne Slot? I think there has to be some, I don't know, some currency in the bank for the fact of what he did last season and the fact that they've lost Jota. And the Jota effect is obviously affected them. His kit and his things are still in that dressing room when they go there.
I don't know if that's responsible. I think that's yes, that's a big impact. But let's be honest.
The whole thing. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't know, mate. That's like, what was that, 6 months ago now? Like, how long are they going to be able to? The players going to be able to lean into that as an excuse?
I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Sorry, I was just going to say, just to finish. I don't. What I'm going to say was, I don't think it's a good idea. Honouring the shirt, I get. But having his stuff still in the dressing room where the guy sat every time you go in there and you see his gear still sat there, is that meant to be an inspiration? For me, it's I don't know. I think it's a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, probably maybe a catalyst for depression. But
correct,
and you're probably right. Yeah, like at some point that has to be replaced. But yeah, I'm not having that as an excuse of why Liverpool have become a terrible team.
I'm not saying it's the whole.
I think that the team isn't balanced. I think that their defense is woeful. They're still attractive going forward, but there's a couple of players with their minds elsewhere. Like Virgil van Disney is showing his age. I don't know what that handball was. That handball was ridiculous, and the fact that he tried to claim that he was getting held down. Okay, well, what does that excuse your hand being up here? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Clear pen. PSV were by far the better team. Like, Liverpool did create some things. It wasn't like it was one-sided, but Liverpool, obviously, when PSV got their nose in front again, then Liverpool come out, and then they get picked off, and Liverpool's team, defensively, looks fucking all out of sorts. Kirkes hasn't settled. Frimpong hasn't settled. Van Disney looks old all of a sudden, very quickly. He looks very old very quickly. And Kanate looks like an absolute championship-level player this season. And that's a problem. And they've had these injuries. They've been putting like Soboslai, who for me isn't a 6, let alone a right back. They're putting him all like they're shoehorning players. It just looks a mess, and it looks like it's out of balance. And I think that when you look at the teams, mate, that can play good football, obviously you've got Arsenal that are like just an unbelievable squad with great options in every department. But when teams go to Arsenal and set up like a low block, it can be frustrating for Arsenal, but they eventually get it done by hook or by crook from set pieces or whatever else. When teams go and play, and we'll come to the Bayern game, when teams go and play at Arsenal, they have the balance and they can play around those players as well. And so, Arsenal, anyone's going to have a problem against Arsenal, right? No matter how you set up, they're going to have a problem. But Liverpool, to me, look completely out of kilter. Like they don't look like they have any balance. It looks top heavy. It looks like people are getting in each other's way. The only player last night in the Liverpool team that I thought looked incredible, once again, was Ekitike. I thought he was sensational.
Yeah, he's probably the best signing. Look, you look at Alexander Isak, Newcastle, when they get Visser back, could be the beneficiaries of it, right? They could be. Florian Wirtz looks miles off it. For me, Ekitike should be starting every game right now. I think Isak's going to have to earn it. But just shows you, like we saw with Man United, like we're seeing with Liverpool, just because you spend 90, 100, 120 million on a player doesn't always, for every Declan Rice, there's a Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
Or there's
Lukaku or Antony. Yeah. 100%. 100%. But yeah, so Liverpool got smashed.
How much time does he have, Sean? Just quickly, how much time does Slot have? Or we talk about Frank being under pressure. Arne Slot 9 defeats in 12 games, only just above us in the Champions League table, below us in the league.
Yeah, look, I don't know. As I said at the start, I just think like Liverpool are not used to having this conversation. And I think that if you're not used to having a conversation, it probably takes a little bit more time to kind of to pan out. So I don't think he's under like imminent pressure. I'd be surprised. I mean, who have Liverpool got on the weekend?
West Ham.
At West Ham?
Not sure, but could you imagine if Nuno managed to? I don't know.
It's at West Ham.
Yeah.
Difficult one. If Liverpool loses that one again, I mean, West Ham are probably rubbing their hands together, aren't they? Thinking perfect time to play them.
Slot apparently is 5-2 in the sack race.
Yeah. What, as in the next person to be sacked, Peter?
Yeah, it's 5-2.
Not good. It's not good. It's not good. Doesn't seem like a happy camp at the moment. And like I say, Liverpool to go from winning the league a canter last year to now 9 in 12 defeats.
I dropped Salah. I got to be honest with you. I know he's going to probably wait until December, but Salah for me is a disgrace right now. Like you said, saw him walking around the pitch like he is the Messiah, like he's the Pharaoh, right? Mate, he's believed his own hype. I got the contract. I've got my money. He worked his bollocks off to get that contract.
That happens all the time, Johnny, by the way.
Correct.
Happens
last
all
year
the time.
Of the contract, work it off. Yeah.
Happens all the time. People get their new contract and then go, I don't give a fuck.
And then hang on, they might have got rid of Salah, got rid of Virgil van Dijk, and got rid of Trent. Trent is on the bench. Real Madrid aren't even playing well, and he's not even starting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Real Madrid, did you see the game last night? Olympiacos, what a game that was.
Yeah, 4-3, mate. Mbappe scored like 3 goals in 7 minutes.
Yeah, he got all 4 in the end.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But Olympiacos played had some good chances, good moments, didn't give up. Cracking game that was. Absolutely cracking game. I saw the highlights of that, the extended highlights this morning. Let's have a look at the champ. Well, let's go through the rest of the results first, and then we'll look at the table. Should we talk a little bit about the old team? The Carmi mentioned Arsenal. It was too easy for them, wasn't it?
They were fantastic last night. Noddy, Eze should have scored again last night. Again, having great chances. Noddy scored. Martinelli scored. Timber scored. I mean, it doesn't matter what team they put out. It just doesn't matter. Their bench was Ben White, Calafiore, Hincapié, Norgard, Odegaard, Martinelli, Noni Madueke. I mean, it doesn't matter. They've got injuries. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
3-1. 3-1. And
at a canter, by the way. At a canter.
Yeah. They didn't look Harry Kane, not a sniff.
Leonard Carl doing it again, mate. The kid, little boy, little kid.
Yeah, we saw him. We saw him when we played them earlier in the season.
Yeah, in the preseason thing. Yeah.
And Gyökeres is back. There you go. Gyökeres is back as well. So look, Arsenal are going to cruise it. They're going to be at the top 8 if they don't already make the top. They're probably going to make over £100 million from all the wins and where they are going to finish in the table by the end of the league session. I can't see Bayern Munich not making it myself. There's probably they beat PSG at PSG. So Arsenal will probably be looking at that, thinking, well, hang on, they beat PSG and we've wiped Bayern Munich off the face of the pitch.
Yeah, they've already beaten 2 of the favourites.
Yeah,
who else have they got? Arsenal in the last 3 games? Do we
probably
know?
no one big, no one big.
Yeah. Let's look at the rest of the results though quickly, and then we can.
Let's go to the one that David Luiz, right? Monaco, Paphos versus Monaco. Paphos looking for another scalp. Another huge scalp. They managed to get a late goal, 88th minute own goal to draw with Monaco. Akalush getting an assist early doors for Minamino. I think Paphos are higher than Monaco now. I think they're higher in the group.
Paphos are 24th. They're just about in the in
Yeah.
the
Who'd have
thing.
thought
Yeah.
it? Earning vast sums of money. One game that I had my eye on, which was Eintracht Frankfurt versus Atalanta. We said that we felt like Eintracht Frankfurt had to get a win. Adamara Lookman, Sean, 1 goal, 1 assist.
Unbelievable goal, unbelievable game. Really not a great game, but unbelievable dominance. So Atalanta was just fantastic. You know,
And
he's such a good player.
Ederson is
Such a good player. If they're really unhappy with him there, or if he's unhappy with life there, you know, someone's going to get a bargain, and I'd be more than happy
just
for him
go
to
in
be
and get him. I'll tell you what, I'd take Ederson as well, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, those two just go and do a double. You know, like when he bought the 2 from Juventus.
Yeah,
Go do the double. Do one to purchase and 1 on loan. Do Lookman on loan and Ederson to buy.
Would you give Atalanta 100 million quid for those two right now?
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah, 100%.
Immediately improves us.
An eyelid, mate.
You get Ademola Lookman, you bring in Ederson, and then you go and get, I don't know, if you can get a striker on loan or something. If you can go and get Ivan Toney on loan, then Tottenham suddenly transformed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Lookman. Well, we both are, and I've always been a fan of Ederson. I'm a bit surprised Ederson hasn't gone to a bigger club. I think he sort of went off his form a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't as good last season.
Yeah, it wasn't so good last season, but hey ho. The other game, Atletico Madrid versus Internazionale, Inter Milan. I thought this game was nailed on draw. I turned off, then I looked in the last minute, 93rd minute. Jose Maria Gimenez scores a 93rd minute goal to win it. And that was a bit of a knockback for Inter Milan, who are 4th. And had they drawn that, they would have been 2nd in the table.
Yeah.
So it was a big win for Atletico Madrid. Really was, because they needed the points. Athletic, Paris Saint-Germain, we've done. Sporting versus Club Brugge, mate.
Yeah.
Caning.
Yeah. Bruges are terrible away from home, mate. They're terrible away from home. I've said it for ages. When they're at home, they're a very, very interesting team. Very fun to watch. Great playing. Super attractive football. Kind of reminiscent of me of like the young Pochettino side at Tottenham. But away from home, absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. I don't know why. You know, it's like Newcastle United, maybe.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you've got the Newcastles about them. I just thought that, you know, maybe Club Brugge would put up more of a fight. And Sporting Lisbon, you know, doing very well. 8th in the table, literally 2 points off 2nd.
Yeah.
Could be quite an interesting one. There could be quite a lot of very good teams in that playoff. Could be.
Sporting have got a good team, mate. They've got Trincao, who scored last night. Morten Hulman, don't forget him. They've got the Gonzalo Inacio, the centre-back. Usman Diamandi, the other centre-back. They've got Araujo, the left-back. They've got a nice little pocket of like a really nice spine. A really nice spine at Sporting. And... yeah, I mean, again, they're probably a team that won't travel well, but not many teams do well when they go to Sporting, mate. So it's a good old, a good little club, mate. Good little club that will probably. I don't think they'll make it into the top 8 though. I think the top 8 will probably be quite.
I think this goes to big clubs.
Yeah.
In that playoff, let me tell you, you know, I think you could be facing some top opposition that you probably don't want to be facing in that.
I'm looking forward to it though. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'll make it. It'll be fantastic.
I can't see us not making the top 24.
You needed 11. I think it was 12 points last season. 12 points. I think there was one. I'm not sure if it was 11 or 12. One team didn't make it. They had the same points as a team that did, and they missed out on goal difference. So, and it was probably PSG or Real Madrid that snuck in. And then one team, I think was it Brugge that didn't make it last season from memory. I forget, but it's fascinating, mate. So like, let's have a look at the table here for a sec. Have I got the screen share up? No, of course not.
CC has put the Crimbo Club videos on your list, Sean and Johnny. Maybe we can see one every day and vote who is the best. Not sure what that.
Crimbo Club vids on your list.
Yeah. club vids on your list. Maybe we can see one every day and vote who is the best. I'm not quite sure what he
What
meant.
does Crimbo Club vids mean, mate? Christmas Club vids. I'm not sure what that means, but let us know. Certainly up for it. Johnny, let's have a quick look at this. Right, so you'd imagine a Benfica going to squeeze in? Where are so Tottenham right now are 16th, 8 points. So we need, realistically, a win and a draw from our final 3 games.
Tell me something. Are Liverpool going to qualify, Sean?
Not in the top 8.
No, but, I don't know what games they've got left. We need to beat Slavia Prague, obviously, which will put us on 11 points. And then we need to try and take at least 1 point from Eintracht Frankfurt away. And obviously, Eintracht Frankfurt at home, going to be a lot harder. Who have they got?
They got Inter away.
Wow. Good luck.
They got Marseille away.
Good luck.
And they got Karabag at home.
Yeah. So Karabag's going to get them that 12 points, I think.
Yeah, they'll make it into the top 24, but I don't think they'll make it.
I think they'll make it on the last day, mate. I'm telling you, I don't see them winning against either of those two. I don't see them beating Marseille away or Inter Milan away.
Can English teams meet each other in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. I might be wrong, but I thought they could.
Let's have a little butchers back at this league. So it's very tight though, isn't it? Because look, you're sixth. So I think that these 5 are obviously through, right? Real, Inter, Bayern, PSG, and Arsenal should all be absolutely fine for the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, goal difference is huge. Could be quite instrumental. We're still +3. Have a good victory. I mean, if you look, no one's more than about 7 until you get to Arsenal and PSG, who are +13 and +11. Please bear that in mind when you're saying that Spurs conceded 5 goals last night. It's still +11. Yeah, I mean, it is so tight. So tight. I mean, out of the top 8 at the moment on Man City, Atalanta, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Spurs, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Napoli, Galatasaray, Monaco. I mean, come on, some big clubs.
Yeah.
Big clubs.
Spurs have got to play Slavia Prague and Frankfurt.
And then Borussia Dortmund. Good luck.
Is Dortmund away or at home?
Home.
We've got one more away game at Frankfurt, haven't we?
Yeah, that's the one.
Where are your papers?
Where are your papers before you enter the stadium? Just to say very quickly, because we're not going to talk about the league and everything, but I said Wrexham this season would be a season of consolidation, right? Do you think they're thinking about consolidation or promotion? Because right now, I think they're about 4 points off of a playoff place.
Let's have a look.
They beat Bristol City last night, 2-0. They seem to just be doing the biz.
They're in the mix, aren't they? But you know what, mate? I think they need to probably have a breather, you know? As I say, mate, Could you imagine
if they did it? Could you imagine if they did it and they got to the playoffs and they fought and they got to the Premier League? I mean, the story's just mental.
How big's their stadium?
Well, they're building another stand, aren't they? They all the money that they've made, they're building a new stadium, a new stand on the other side. It was completely derelict.
Mate, they must have like quadrupled their wealth, haven't they? Rob and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, I mean 100%. Their investment. I mean, they've got Disney paying for all the expenses. They've managed to pull in sponsorship from companies that would never have touched them with a barge pole. You know, very clever.
Yeah. Very 12,600, so about just a little bit smaller than Bournemouth, so it can be done.
No, but it's 12,600 plus they've got this new stand that will be coming in, which will take them probably to 20,000, I think. What does it say?
First phase is the construction of the new cop stand, which will increase capacity to over 18 grand. and meet UEFA Category 4 standards. The overall vision is to eventually expand the stadium to capacity to 32,000.
There you go.
With future phases potentially redeveloping other stands. Wow.
Yeah. They've done a fantastic job, mate. A fantastic job. They've upped everything. Anyway, good luck to them. Let's have a look quickly to tonight's games in the Europa League. Villa playing
young boys
playing
with young boys.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay with that one.
Yeah. Villa are an unbelievable run of form, mate. Haven't they won 13 of their last 16 games or something silly?
They have. They have indeed. And it doesn't look like anyone's stopping them at the moment. Feyenoord Celtic should be good. Celtic really in the shit, to be truthful with you. I mean, almost embarrassing. They sit 27th in the league. Feyenoord are 29th. So you'd think that they'd have the win on them. Just trying to see some other main games there.
Roma, Porto Nice, that'll be a nice game to watch. Rangers, your club playing Braga, Portugal as well.
Be a good one. Roma versus Mitterrand. Right, now that should be very good because Mitterrand, who sit top of the league, that should be a good team. We'd like
Jew going to score again. Foxy, if he's in the house.
Let's see if the Jew's going to score.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
We'll be watching him. Rangers have been absolutely shocking.
Go ahead, Eagles against Stuttgart tonight.
Yeah, it's a good one. And if we look at look at who...
Tel Aviv, Leon. Is Leon a big? You know what drama before with Aston Villa and Tel Aviv?
Yeah.
Is Leon similar to Marseille in that it's quite heavily a Muslim supporter?
Not quite sure of the religious section there, to be honest with you. So
Forest at home against Malmo.
Yeah, I'm expecting a comfortable Forest win.
Where are Forest in the league? Forest are currently 23rd. They need a victory tonight, otherwise they'll be dumped out of the cup.
I think Palace have their hardest game in the conference, without any doubt whatsoever. They are away at Chelsea in the Conference League. Sorry, I'm in Strasbourg.
I was like, what? Look at these names. Look at these names. I don't know half of these. Zrinski, never heard of them. Hacken, never heard of them. Lech Poznan, never heard of them.
I've heard of them.
Shelbourne of Ireland, I think that is.
Yeah.
Rakow Krastalchawa versus Rapid Vienna.
Yeah.
Slovan Bratislava versus Rayo Vallecano.
Yeah.
Stigma versus Selce.
Yeah, never heard of them.
Amron versus Lincoln Red Imps. Ammonia. That sounds like you get sick if you go there.
I mean, some of these are like, honestly, they're words you could use in Scrabble and no one would know.
What is this? What is that? Briaulablik. Briaulablik.
I've got a better one for you. If you look about 3 down, Jagliona. What was that?
Baliastok? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a letter I've never seen before. It's like a drunk tea. But
if you look to the bottom one, and you'll see Chelsea versus Crystal Palace right at the bottom.
That's next week. Shelbourne.
No, Strasbourg versus Palace.
Oh, Strasbourg. Here we go. Yeah, Strasbourg. Yeah.
Oh, Chelsea.
Oh, sorry, Chelsea. I see what you're saying. I see why you're saying Chelsea now. Sorry, I get it. Sorry, missed it. Okay.
Well, they are all Chelsea, aren't they?
Yeah. Of course, yeah. I
Chelsea's B team. Well, it's not even their B team.
Yeah,
it's not even their B team.
There's a couple of English players at Strasbourg, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Thanks, Jimmy Hotspur, for reminding us that Forest Malmo is a repeat of the 1979 European Cup final. Thanks for that, Jimmy. Forgot about that.
I appreciate that reminder because it had slipped my mind. It had slipped my mind there, Jimmy. Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks very much. That's why we love the chat, keeping us on the straight and narrow. Our pronunciations are absolutely
my Lincoln Red imps. we don't wear red, James. We don't do red in this chat, mate. Just Lincoln imps. That's what we call it from now on. Build a brick, Daniel. 100%. Yeah, some crazy names. That's it. Ben Chilwell. Yeah, Ben Chilwell's there, isn't he? Yeah.
Let's have a look at a couple of transfer rumours. Do you want to do those now? Should we move on to those? What do you think?
Sure. Let's get the thing for it. Where's the video? I'm getting so many videos. It's a bit difficult to find them all.
The rumour mill. It's time we went there to speculate, gesticulate on who will go where.
Yeah, we'll start with Jean-Philippe Mateta, who says he's open to leaving Crystal Palace, but his eyes and his desire has always been his dream to play in Serie A.
Yeah, Milan apparently looking at him, aren't they?
Yeah, well, and a couple of others. As soon as there's also rumours that Mark Gahey to Liverpool could happen sooner than expected, although Palace were insistent that he wouldn't go till the summer, and even if it meant him going for free, I think Liverpool's current state would suggest that he needs to go ASAP, which would mean that I think that Steve Parish has gotten by the short and curlies.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to pay well over the odds for him. I'm not sure what they're going to have to bid, but, whereas Real Madrid paid £10 million to get Trent out early before his contract ends. I know that was at the end of the season, towards the end of the season, I get that, so he could play in the Club World Cup. Rumours, 25 million plus add-ons.
Would get you what? At Gahey?
For Gahey, I think they just got to pay it.
Yeah, same.
I don't think they got any choice whatsoever. I don't know where they go from there. I really don't. But for me, Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, time up. Kanate, wave goodbye. I think they need two signings personally. Manchester United linked with anyone. Lots of questions here about Harry Maguire's future at Man United. Is it time for him to move on? Where could he possibly go, Sean?
Harry Maguire could end up at Crystal Palace, maybe.
Saudi? I think they got bigger aspirations. Palace. I don't think they would take him. I think they would go.
How old is Harry Maguire now?
Must be 32, is he? Maybe. What is he?
32. Good guess. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'll have to think about that. You're right. Maybe he'll piss off to Saudi, but I don't know if he's a big enough name draw for them. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. I'm not sure. I think he could probably get a job in the Premier League still, mate, if he wants to.
Saudi. I don't think he'll go to Saudi.
I don't think he'll go to Saudi. No, I'm not sure if Saudi would like. Is he a big name? Like,
Rise Above You says, how about Leicester? Return to Leicester. I don't see that. I think they can afford him, to be honest.
Yeah, I wonder what his wage demands will be. He's made a fucking lot of money at Manchester United, though, hasn't he?
He's made loads. Another player who's linked. This story needs to stop now because he needs to get himself out of Man United and start playing ball. Kobe Mainoo. This story, just get out somehow, however you can. Get out permanently. Get to Napoli. Do a Scott McTominay, and then find your way back to a club that values you. That's my opinion.
Yeah. And he definitely needs to get out. Or is he going to hang on hoping that Amarim's sacked? Because I'll tell you what, mate, Amarim, surely if he...
Job, mate? How's he in a job? He would never have survived at Spurs. If Amarim was at Spurs, he'd be out by now.
100%.
No, not a chance he'd be there. Another player who we said we thought was a signing of the summer, one of them, Granit Xhaka, is Juventus are desperately trying to get hold of him in the January transfer window, and Sunderland are having none of it. Do you think the lure of a swan song in Italy with Juventus will be too much for Granit Xhaka, and he'll ask to leave if they pay the money. They can let him go, can they?
No, he's too important. He's probably having a great time up there. He probably loves being the centerpiece of a team that's doing really well.
Yeah.
Sunderland fans would have loved him. Like, there's no reason for him to go. Although it does get cold at Christmas time up in Sunderland, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he's definitely one that. I think he's used to it. He's from Austria, mate. I don't think he's going to be worried about the cold.
That's true. That's a good point, actually.
What was I going to say to you? Arsenal have been linked to Rodrigo Mendoza. This is the Elche, your guy, who is also on the list of Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla. He's really catching the eye, your guy. Would you go to Arsenal? He's a youngster where they've got so many players.
What's the guy's name? Garcia, that one.
Yeah. No, Rodrigo Mendoza.
Mendoza.
Yeah.
I've not heard that story, mate. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's
Real Madrid. Not trying to take in my Elche star player, are they? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Real Madrid are after him. And Arsenal are being linked again with Samu Agahoya. Agahawa.
Everyone's linked with him, aren't they?
Everyone's linked with him. I can't see it. They're also eyeing the German wonder kid, Hassan Cuadrado. I think we've had this one on before. Again, about 5 clubs chasing him. Do you think we're going to have a quiet January transfer window, or do you think it's going to be busy on rumours and short on deals?
It's always busy on rumours. I think that the Champions League thing and the Europa League thing finishing a couple of days later, it makes it problematic. I think there'll be a couple of teams that are desperate to do bits that will get things done that might give it a bit, because it's always a Mexican standoff, isn't it? In January, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm not going to sell before I buy. I'm not going to buy before I sell." All that shit. But I think there's a couple of teams that will be busy, and then hopefully other teams will be willing to let something happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Semenyo leaves. I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham do try their hardest to get some players in. I think Liverpool are going to try their hardest to get some players in. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Manchester United are going to try and be busy as well. That in terms of from the Premier League, I think those 3 clubs will probably be the busiest names in the rumour mill. Just quickly, you see Nico Paz has agreed to go back to Real Madrid for €9 million.
I mean, what a bargain. What a bargain.
He was their player anyway. That's why I said he was always on like an indefinite loan until they wanted to trigger it. Even if they waited an extra year, it would only go up to like €11 million next year, and the player might be worth 80, 90 million by then.
Oh, he already is. He's going to go to the World Cup with Argentina.
Yeah,
probably be superb. Just the same as Enzo Fernandez had a great World Cup or whatever, and then ended up at Chelsea. I mean, does that mean departures in the midfield for Real Madrid come next summer? Will clubs
so this other story here, isn't there? This thing that, despite this is on the transfer thing, the transfer market web Twitter page. Despite last night's win, Vinicius Jr. wouldn't be unhappy if Xabi Alonso was sacked, and he's not alone. Rodrigo Valverde, Brahim Diaz, Endrick, Ferland Mendy, and Eduardo Camavinga are all also understood to have serious doubts about Alonso's leadership. What's going on there, mate? Like,
he's
it's not like
trying to get sacked on purpose so he can get the Liverpool job.
Ooh, conspiracy theory. You'll bring that up on Rabbit Hole Ramblings tonight or something like that. Yeah,
there you go. He's on a huge.
Maybe he would be the next. Maybe that could possibly be it, wouldn't it? That's probably that. No, I mean not necessarily deliberately, but like
quite well. Hello.
Yeah. Come home, baby. Come home. Yeah, not
baby,
a bad shout.
Come home.
Not a bad shout there, one, Johnny. I think.
I don't know.
Where would Arnie Slot go after this? He's not. He won't be short of offers, will he? It's not like he's actually Postecoglou that's quit his pitch.
Go
right?
to the Caribbean to Jamaica for the World Cup. Take over from Steve Rasta McLaren.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
My name's Steve McLaren, man.
Batty boy. What was I going to say? Oh, we got some. We got a couple of super chats, Sean.
Let's get it going. Let's get it going. You know what that noise? You know what that noise means, people? It means that the Super Sticker train has well and truly commenced, and we got the first couple of stops, as always, with Dino Houdini, Chudini. We're going to call him. Thank you very much, Dino. Always here, always supporting, mate. We very much appreciate you, buddy. Very generous, as always. Right. And Daniel Field as well. Big up to you, Danny boy. Hope you're okay, my man. Thank you as well. Very much indeed, guys.
Thank you.
It's always very nice to be supported like you guys always do. Appreciate you very much. Johnny, yeah, let's last couple of stories. AC Milan are interested in getting Robert Lewandowski on a free transfer this summer. Polish striker scored 109 goals in 160 appearances for Barcelona. I mean, I think he's 36 now, isn't he? 36 or 37? AC Milan haven't got a problem buying up
you can play superstars. No, listen, you can play in Italy till you're probably 40 years of age, I would say. Yeah, you could probably get a game, sure.
I don't think so, but yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate the vote of confidence.
I just think, look, if I was him, I'd probably go to America or Saudi. He'd probably play in America at one of the top clubs for a couple of years. I'm not sure. I still think Harry Kane's going to go to Barcelona.
You think? I know you do, yeah. Maybe you probably might be right. You might well be right.
Come back to Tottenham.
Why?
Yeah.
Get himself an English goal scoring record, mate.
Listen, the way Haaland's going, he'll break it by the end of in the next 2 years. I'm not sure. Mike Maignan. We've spoken about him a lot.
What a performance he put in last night, by the way.
We've spoken about him a lot. I wish Spurs would just go and get him, right? No disrespect to Vicario. This guy's on another level. He looks like he's going to go for Chelsea, though. Chelsea tried to do a deal with him in the summer. Couldn't agree a deal with AC Milan. Looks like now he's coming to be able to sign a pre-contract in January. Maybe Chelsea will offer a nominal fee to get him out in January. If I was Spurs, I'd be trying to get him out. And I'd be trying to get him in and telling him, right, you're going in. But, you know, if it comes to a choice between us and Chelsea, there's only one place he's going, and it isn't to us.
Yeah, probably. I mean, what happens to Kinski then, by the way?
Kinski needs to be sold, mate.
It's not,
well, or goes out on loan. You know?
Yeah, I hear that. He's not good enough.
Having all these young kids coming through goalkeepers and never getting a sniff. Meanwhile, I keep seeing our goalkeeper that's been plying the trade and hardly getting a game. What a career he's got. I'd love to know what he's on a week.
Who's that? Alfie Whiteman?
No, he's gone. He's gone into the cinema business, isn't he?
Yeah, who you talking about?
What's his name?
Austin.
Austin, yeah.
Yeah. He's probably on like 10, 12 grand a week. Cheeky little $500,000 just to sit on your ass all day long.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, it's like Emi Martinez, no Trober's mentioning. He's still rumoured to be going out. I'm not sure.
No Trobe. His name's not Rob.
Not Rob.
No Trobe.
No Trobe. Yeah, no. I'm not sure. Do you think we need a new goalkeeper, Sean?
I thought he was poor last night. I'm not sure he gets to any of those saves, but I thought the penalty, he never goes the right way. He doesn't even guess the right way, mate. He must telegraph it. He must telegraph it. Every single penalty that he's ever faced, he has gone the wrong way. I think maybe bar one. He's never gone the right way once. I remember watching that Fulham game up with Ange Postecoglou in charge in the Carabao Cup in like game week 6 or whatever it was of season 1.
No, that was the other. That was
Fraser Forster, right? But Fraser
tree.
Forster was like the tree that couldn't get down. But at least he went the right way a couple of times. The ball was well and truly in the back of the net before he hit the floor. But at least he went the right way. Vicario,
How much confidence? Tell me, when you went in, did you even bother to think for 1 nanosecond?
Yeah, not a second. I said it on the stream. I said, I guarantee you, he goes the other way, and the guy slots it in the bottom corner. He telegraphs it somehow.
Honestly and truthfully, we need a new goal.
Shot stopper.
Yeah,
I actually think that maybe if they made the penalty spot, if they brought the penalty spot like 4 yards closer to the goal, he might actually save more.
But he can't read it. He can't read it. Honestly, can we make a hybrid goalkeeper combining 2? He can't kick a ball. Every time he gets the ball at his feet, I'm like this. It's
the flappiness, mate. It's the flappiness. And Ali Gold, bless him, had the audacity, the temerity to suggest that when Zaire Emery got through and sort of tried to chip Vicario in the first sort of 8 minutes of the game and it hit his foot and it popped up in the air, that Vicario did well in that scenario. I was like, no, he fucking didn't. He's got an extra 2 feet with his arms and he still got out jumped by Zaire Emery. Flapped at it. In fact, that 3 or 4 of them, mate, he chokes. As soon as he's got a second to think, he chokes. When he doesn't have a chance to think, he's incredible. It's like he makes the difficult things look easy and the easy things look hard.
I'll tell you what he is very good at, though. He's very good at shouting at any young defender that happens to be in the vicinity after he's conceded a goal.
Yeah, he's like Bugsy Malone shouting at me to throw the ball. And then when I go and pick it up, she already grabs it before.
Bloody ball. Throw the bloody ball. I think he's got to go. I know that will upset a lot of people, but I just think that, he's
not
just
the priority right now, then, mate. That's a summer thing for me.
No, yeah, he's not for now. It's not for now, but I need an all-round goalkeeper, and he doesn't give me those vibes.
Yeah. I would take Mike Maignan in a heartbeat for what it's worth. I would.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, if you're in the chat, please hit the like button. And if you're here for the first time and you haven't hit the subscribe, please hit it. If you want to chat in the chat, you have to hit the subscribe button. If you've got that feature on, have you still got that feature on, Sean? Can't comment unless you hit the subscribe.
Always on, mate.
Always on. Yeah.
Shameless in that regard.
We are.
Johnny, mate, I've got to jump though, buddy. I've got to
No
jump.
worries, guys. 8 o'clock tonight. If you're a Spurs fan, it's the Spurs 5. We got a special guest tonight who will be revealed. If you haven't heard Lubo already revealing it, and yeah.
Has he done that? Is he?
Right. He's
going to call him Bozo from now on, not Lubo, but Bozo.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you tonight. Yeah. Look, Lubo spoiled that. I mean, what? Honestly, yeah.
You can't take him anywhere, can you, Johnny? You can't take him
anywhere, right? He spills the beans. In 1975, when I met, he's still got the notes from 75.
Yeah, let me get my
folder.
Yeah.
Guys.
All right, guys, listen, we got to go. Appreciate everyone. Thank you again for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. Do hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow to do predicciones, to go through the Thursday night games, to check out the Fantasy League, and also to go through transfer news, views, and clues, and any other stories that drop between now and then. Good luck if your team is playing, and we'll see you tomorrow. It's goodbye from me, Johnny Boy.
It's goodbye from him.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.